friends, welcome or welcome back to the Blue Butterfly Tarot. Today we're looking specifically into a no contact and or separation situation, their next move towards you, and I've got two piles for you. This is pile number one, this is pile number two. Pile number one is the Pause Tarot, and pile number two is the Neoteric Feminine Tarot. Take your time, see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to. I do want to say this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If one pile's messages don't resonate, then choose the other. If both piles' messages don't resonate, then it just means that maybe there aren't any messages for you in this video today, but I do hope that at least one of the piles' messages do resonate. Please be careful of scammers. I would never reach out to you asking you to follow or subscribe or book a private reading, so just please be a little bit careful about that. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. I'm going to give you a few seconds now to see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to, and then I shall begin. For those of you who chose Pause Tarot, this is going to be your reading, alright? Before we get into the reading, let's take some time to realign our energies, so close your eyes. Think of your person. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Alrighty, pile one, specifically for a no contact or separation situation, their next move towards you. Pile one's person's next move towards pile. Some clarifiers, please. We have the Eight of Cups, we have the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Three of Pentacles, we have the Five of Cups, we have the Nine of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Wands, we have the Page of Cups. Okay. I also have your Oracle cards, so we're going to get into that as well. We have the Fox, we have 2727 with Mysticism, I'm hearing Nine-tailed Fox. Serenity, Cernunos, and then Pansy with Resonance and Culmination. Okay. Hold on, pile one. First off, your person's missing you. I think that there was an opportunity to build on this connection, but I think that your person did not step up. I think that you were ready to, but they didn't. And because of that, your person's feeling a lot of regret at this point in time. It's possible that your person might have engaged in other connections, either while they were with you or even after. But while they were with you, you would probably know about it. I think it would have been more of a casual arrangement between the two of you. But the common theme for all of you is that there was an opportunity for your person to invest in this connection, to actually build something beautiful with you, but they chose not to. It was an intentional choice. And at that point in time, I think that your person thought this was the best decision for them. But now they're realizing that they did not make a decision that was in alignment for what they truly wanted. It's also possible that your person, whatever option they chose, maybe it was another connection or it was other aspects of their life, they thought it was going to make them happy. But now, the more that they are engaging with that other choice, the more that they're realizing that the life that they want for themselves is actually very, very different from the life that they're living at this point in time. Which means your person is also starting to understand that they have to walk away from the choice that they made. And that by itself is a big task, because I think that your person has engaged so much with the other choice that it might be difficult for them to leave it. I don't know how to explain this. I'm going to ask for help. So it's kind of like, I always use this example, all right? It's kind of like an angle, all right? If there is a small misalignment over here, it's the same degree, but if you continue down that path, the distance from an aligned life to a misaligned life keeps increasing, you know? And I think that there is also this quote that if it is off by 1 degree, if the plane is off by 1 degree, I think that it ends up in Los Angeles rather than New York. But correct me if I'm wrong about that, but I have heard that. So this is also something, I mean, look at the distance between the two of them, and it's just off by a degree. And I think that your person, I do feel a little bit of their ego self coming through. I think that they might have been insistent that they have to choose this option, and even after they realized that the option or the choice was actually working against them, I think that they might have been a little bit obstinate, you know, that they have to continue it, and they didn't really want to admit to themselves that they made the wrong choice, and they kept going down that path. And now they're recognizing that it's not what they want, but they're so far down that lane that they don't know how to come back to an aligned life, or to choose you for that matter. I don't know if you are waiting for your person, or if you want this connection, or if you've moved on. That energy is not coming through, but on your person's end, it's very, very clear that they do want to come forward. They do want to choose this connection right now. They're ready to put in the work. And I think that it's that sense of regret that's really pushing them to come forward. I would expect some kind of a message from this person, but I'm getting ahead of myself because there's a lot of other messages that are coming through as well. It's also possible that your person felt that they might lose their freedom with respect to this connection, and I think that they chose a more stable option. And I want to put this in quotes because your person's realizing that it wasn't about stability versus freedom. It was just about them making a choice that felt aligned, and that choice was not aligned to how they were feeling or what they wished for in their life. And they thought that the other option was going to bring them peace, was going to make them feel good, but they invariably abandoned their own desires for something that gave them probably temporary relief. But now they're realizing that it was not the best choice for them. It was actually very, very misaligned. And they definitely do want to end their path on that choice that they're on. But given how far in they are, it's kind of like, you know, you're halfway through a tattoo. That's the feeling that's coming through. You're halfway through, you know, the tattoo, and then you realize that that's not the one that you want. You know, it's a little bit of a big oops over there, right? And so that's the energy that's coming through very, very strongly from your person. And I feel like this energy, this half pentacle, it's halfway there. It's not completely done yet. And that's why the energy is coming so strongly. And it's kind of like your person's realizing, oops, how do I come out of the situation that I'm in, because I'm so deep into this choice that I've made, and it's so misaligned. And I see that there was an opportunity for me to create a very, very different and happy life for myself, something that was so enriching for my soul. But now I don't know how to even get to that point. I do see your person just reaching out to you as an impulse, probably, you know, flooding your inbox. That's kind of the energy that's coming through. But be a little bit careful about that, because your person might be reaching out to you without having a conclusion about the choice that they've made, like without completely eliminating themselves from that path. Yeah, it could be that they're just reaching out, just trying to draw a connect without actually taking the steps to, how do I say this, come into an aligned path. They might be reaching out to you without having a conclusion or without culminating the situation that they're in. So just be a little bit careful about that, because that's the energy. And it does seem like they really want to talk to you. They really want to push things forward with you, despite not knowing how to walk away from the current situation that they're in. So their next move towards you is to reach out to you, to talk to you, to tell you where they're at. And it's going to be like flooding of your message inbox. It's going to be flooding of energy on their end. Their intention definitely is to walk away from the current situation, the current choice that they are kind of on. But before that, they're going to be reaching out to you. That seems to be the energy. So just take some time to see where your person is at, you know, and then trust your wisdom about how you want to deal with that situation. But right now, a little bit of sneaky energies. I mean, with the fox coming out, a little bit of sneaky energies. That's why I'm kind of like, that's why I'm being a little bit particular to tell you that they might not be completely out of the situation that they're in, and they might be reaching out to you prematurely. So just take that and trust your intuition on that, and then decide accordingly. All right, that is the message that's coming out. That's definitely their next move towards you. For example, I am getting an example. So their divorce might not have gone completely through, but they're reaching out to you to reconcile, to start up this connection. And whether or not that's something that you're okay with, that's completely on you. No judgment of there, but trust your intuition. All right, it really depends on what you are okay with and what you want and what feels aligned to you as well. All right, but that seems to be, it's not that they've had a conclusion in the situation that they're in, but they're reaching out to you even before that because they want to tell you that they want to be with you, or they want to apologize to you. That also is coming through, but it's more so that they want to be with you. That's more of the energy coming through. They want a reconciliation. Now, one advice or one message for you. Hold on. Yeah, third party. That's pretty much confirmation of what we were talking about. I think that third party doesn't have to be, you know, a person. It could be another situation. Like without getting the other situation sorted, you might actually end up being the third party energy. And I think you might have to ask yourself, are you okay with that for now? Are you okay with being in that energy? Or do you want, you know, your person to completely abandon that, completely walk away from that, find alignment in their life, and then come forward? Whatever brings happiness to you, whatever feels like alignment to you would be the option that you choose, all right? Because it looks like, yes, there are feelings, pile one, there are feelings on your person's end, but sometimes feelings are not enough, you know? Sometimes you need a little bit more grounded energy. You need action that follows the feelings that come with that. So take that how you would like this situation to unfold, because you get to ask for what you deserve. You get to align with what makes you truly happy on the inside. If being put in a third party energy, like you become the third party energy, if that is not something that's going to bring you happiness, then you have a chance to walk away. If for now that feels aligned to you, that feels like yes, you could be happy with that, then that also could be a decision that you could make. So either way, choose what feels aligned to you, and most importantly, choose what brings you happiness at the end of the day. You know, if being in a third party energy brings you frustration and constant anxiety about what's going to happen next, then that's probably not the route for you. But if it is something that is satisfying for you, if it is something that, you know, you feel good in this point, at this point in time, I guess I would say, then that would be an option that you could consider. So either way, it looks like there is third party energy coming through, because I don't think that your person has completely finished the situation, like brought a culmination to that situation. They might be in the process, but it really depends on you, what you want from your person, and don't be afraid to ask for that, right? Alrighty, Pawan, this is where I will leave you for today. I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you're looking for. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. But if this is where you'd like to leave me, then I just want to say thank you so much for all your love and positive energy, whether it's with the like, share, subscribe, comments, the tips to send, and watch my page ads. Those are the ways that I feel your love and positive energy, and I'm really, really grateful for it. Pal 1, take care, trust your intuition, you always have free will. Catch you in the next one. Bye-bye. Hi Pal 2, for those of you who chose the Neoteric Feminine Tarot, this is going to be your reading, alright? Before we get into the reading, let's just take some time to realign our energies, so close your eyes. Think of your person. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Alrighty, Pal 2, specifically for no contact and or separation situation, what is your person's next move towards you? What is Paltu's person? Towards Paltu. Some clarifiers, please. Okay, we have the Four of Swords, we have Temperance, we have the Eight of Wands, we have the Two of Swords, we have the Five of Cups, we have the Devil, we gotta close that, hold on. We have the Six of Pentacles. Okay. I also have your Oracle cards, so we're gonna get into that as well. Hold on. Okay. Oh, Octopus, interesting. 5252 adaptation, synergy, Ruao Moko, periwinkle, intertwining, ascension. Okay. This is a spiritual awakening pal, by the way, with Octopus and Ruao Moko coming out, and Ascension. This is definitely, I mean, it's amazing how I don't, you know, pick the cards intentionally. No, it's just I shuffle and whatever wants to come out comes out. It's interesting that 3 cards in your pile talk about spiritual awakening, and it's not surprising that your person is kind of going within at this point in time. There is, I would definitely feel something to do with external circumstances, Paltu, not related to your connection, because I think that the energy of that intertwines with yours, like it's sort of connected, but your person might be having a breakdown of their life at this point in time. And I think that they might be going through a process where they have to level up, either in their understanding of themselves or in behavioral patterns that were not working for them. And I think that it does invariably affect your connection as well, with the Devil coming out. I am seeing trauma responses very, very heavy in your reading. And I feel like your person might be going through a really tough time right now, going through a process where they're changing their understanding about what has been lost in their life. I think that your person might have been in energies of like kind of woe is me, you know, everything bad always happens to me. And I think that their life progressively might have broken down in order for your person to believe that yes, bad things could be happening to them, misaligned things could be happening to them, but there are still things in their life that are working for them, that are actually happening for them. So it's definitely a difficult time for your person. I'm not saying that, you know, I'm not undermining what they're going through, but I am also getting that they have invariably put themselves into this position. You know, I think that your person might have been in a very, very lack mindset for a long time. And because they were in that mindset, I think that they might have subconsciously manifested more lack in their life. And what's happening right now is your person is shifting into an abundance mindset. It's still in nascent stages. This is still there's a lot of understanding that your person's going through, but there is like a steady, and how do I say this, it's like very steady and step-by-step breakdown of their life. And the more your person is stepping into lack mindset, the more they are actually being in lack. And that by itself is forcing your person to shift into abundance mindset. They're being forced to look at the things that are still standing in their life. This connection could have been part of the breakdown, but I am seeing that it is also external circumstances that are pushing your person to recognize what they do have in their life and to be appreciative of that, to recognize that there is abundance in their life. So right now, I would not expect communication from this person at all. We're kind of going into next move, but their next move is more internal. It is not external at all. Your person has to first recognize that there is enough in their life, that they can't always be putting themselves into this victim mindset. And they're going through a lot of life situations that are going to help them open up to this feeling that yes, they do have enough in their life, and whatever breakdown is happening in their life, it is happening for them and not against them. They need to get out of this victim mindset, and after getting out of that victim mindset, the person's going to learn that there is enough for them. There's also enough for them to share with the rest of the world as well. So that's more of their next move. It's behind the scenes. You are definitely not going to be accessing this at all. I mean, it's very, very fierce energy. So I would see that it's more covered from you. You could be protected from your person's energy at this point in time. But there's a very, very deep understanding. I am seeing crown chakra opening at this point in time. There's a lot of deeper understandings about life, about what's happening, about manifestation, about how their mindset has been affecting what they have been calling towards them, because you attract who you are. You don't attract your thoughts, or, you attract exactly the energy that you are in at that point in time. And you could want different things. You could be thinking, oh, I want this, I want that. But if your energy doesn't inherently believe that it is happening for you, then you're working against it. And that might also be something that your person is accepting at this point in time. There is a lot of changes that's happening within your person, and I don't know how to say this, but I would not expect communication from this person anytime soon. This is big. This is a big spiritual awakening, and this possibly might be the first time that your person's going through a spiritual awakening. And the first time's always the hardest, because you don't know what's going on. There's just a complete breakdown of your life, and it kind of pushes you in a different extreme. Like if you've been in victim mindset, it pushes you to the other extreme of that, so that you can bounce back. It's kind of like the extreme dip before it rises, and your person might be kind of going through a time where they don't understand what's happening with them. Why is everything, being stripped away from their life? And even the thought processes, the understandings that they did have about life, all of that's shifting. It's broken down. The foundations are being broken down, and it seems to be happening very, very fast in your person's life. I would not be surprised if there have been multiple tower moments happening for your person and not just one. And that by itself has been very, very exhausting, but it has been necessary for your person. And I think that your person, the misalignment is so much, especially with the lack mindset, that there was no choice, and this had to happen, and as painful as that sounds for you as well as your person, they're learning that they created this reality for themselves. And if they created this reality, it means that they can change the reality that they're in. And I think that that's a very, very powerful mindset that your person's starting to step in, but that shift needs to happen. It's still not happened yet. They're still in the process of it. There's a lot of resistance with the devil coming out, a lot of resistance, a lot of rejection of that thought process, but slowly and very steadily your person will merge with that thought process. But it's going to take time. This is not fast moving energy at all, Paltu. This is going to take a lot of time, and there's a lot of wisdom that your person needs to gain through this process, through the pain that they're going through the transformation that is meant to happen. And it looks like there's going to be a very big dip. I'm constantly getting that. So it's going to be a very big dip and then the rise, but your person might be in that dip at this point in time, right? So their next move towards you, let's see what, yes, your person's learning this. I got it. I was called to see what was that, but your person's learning that maybe strength in their definition is stepping into abundance mindset, stepping into a mindset where they feel like they are in charge of their reality, and whatever that has happened in their life up until now, it's not that, it was not up to them. No, invariably, somehow or the other, they created the reality that they're in. And that by itself takes a lot of strength, and your person's learning that at this point in time. Very, very transition energy at this point in time. I would say the next move towards you is more internal than external, but it is going to be affecting your connection. Like the energy that they're going to be stepping in is going to be, appreciating what they do have, right? And that by an extension could be this connection if an opportunity comes about for this connection to come around, right? So it's more internal at this point, but it will affect the energy of the connection. One message for you. Yeah, things are shifting. Don't worry about it, all right? Things are shifting within your person. I'm seeing a lot of self-care over here. So please take time to take care of yourself. This seems to be a little bit more of a prolonged no contact between the two of you. And when that happens, oftentimes it looks like there might be some aspects of your life that you might need to shift your focus to, because if you keep focusing on your person, then you might be neglecting other aspects of your life. You might be neglecting yourself as well, and that's unhealthy. You know, even if we don't talk about like the energetic cord between the two of you, like, you know, what's happening on your end could be happening on your person's end. Even if we don't want to get into that, you know, no other person is worth you sacrificing your physical, your mental, your emotional, your spiritual, and your financial health as well. No other person will ever be worth that, you know? And so it's important for you to prioritize yourself. This connection, if it is meant to be, it will come around. But that does not mean that you sacrifice other aspects of yourself, of your life, for the energy that exists between the two of you. All right, so take some time. I am seeing self-care, so maybe physical health might be taking a toll because of this connection. I am seeing physical health in particular with all of these exercises, and it's coming through very, very strongly for me. So take some time to focus on your physical health. Maybe through physical health you will be able to shift your mental and your emotional health as well. If spiritual health has also been something that you've been neglecting, please take some time to focus on that as well. Things will shift, you know, regardless of the energy that you are in, things will shift, but it is just that much more of a peaceful process for you if you're taking care of yourself while things shift for you. All right, so don't neglect it. And I like, no other person, I've learned this the hard way, you know, no other person is worth you sacrificing all of these like 5 areas that I talked about, and we're going to go over them again. All right, your mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, and financial health. No other person is worth this. All right, and frankly, you know, when you neglect any of these 5 areas, what you're doing is you're manifesting more of that lack in your life. And if this person stepping into healthy energies would be manifesting abundance of all of those 5 areas, it has to start within you, right? Even when this connection is not part of your life, there has to be abundance in those 5 areas so that you attract this connection back in the abundant state, so that it adds to the amount of work that you've put in, the amount of abundance that you've brought into these 5 areas of your life. So always take that in mind, you know, even if you, maybe some people don't believe in like the energetic core, like what's happening on your end might be happening on your person's end, and healing on your end means healing on the other person's end. Yeah, some people don't believe that, and that's completely okay, but do it for yourself, you know, that also is important. Do it for you to attract more abundance into your life, but for that you have to be focusing on creating that abundance rather than stepping into more and more lack, right? So, but you know, even if we were to take it from a different perspective, and I don't know why I'm spending so much time talking about it, so probably there is someone out there who really needs to hear the amount of times that I'm saying this. But yeah, no one is worth sacrificing any or all of these areas of your life, all right? And more focus on these areas of your life is going to attract more things that align with that abundance, right? That add to all of these 5 areas of your life. And that's what you want, right? At the end of the day, that's what you want. So take some time to focus on that. Specifically, I'm seeing physical health, but all of these 5 areas, very, very important, all right? Pal 2, this is where I will leave you for today. I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you were looking for. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. My private readings are open at this point in time. You can check the details in the description box below. But if this is where you'd like to leave me, then I just want to say thank you so much for all your love and positive energy, whether it's with a like, share, subscribe, comments, the tips that send in, watching my page ads. Those are the ways I feel your love and positive energy, and I'm really, really grateful for it. Pal 2, take care, trust your intuition. You always have free will, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye-bye.